Hi, I'm Michelle Hemphill, host of Our Town, Our Time on RTV 32. Today we have a great show for you. I have Daniel Blevins from Modern Woodmen of America. I also have Mike McDormand. He is the president of the Springfield Chamber of Commerce, and Dr. Aaron Hanshaw, who is the DO out of the Dayton area. It's Our Town, Our Time on RTV 32. Hello, I'm joined now by Daniel Blevins from Modern Woodmen of America. Welcome, Daniel.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing wonderful. Thanks for asking.
Well, thanks for being here today. Tell everybody about Modern Woodmen of America for people who don't know.
Well, Modern Woodmen of America started in 1883. 128 years later, we're one of the largest fraternal financial organizations in the United States. We're growing every day. We have 760,000 members.
Wow.
We're sitting on 12 billion net assets, and we're rated A+ superior by AM Best, who is a rater of independent financial services organizations. Through fraternalism, we bring people together to improve our communities. And we're proud to announce here in Springfield and the county, we've done several volunteer events.
Right. You're very active in the community. You've helped Villa Springfield with a few events. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, some of the events we've done at Villa Springfield last year for a September 11th ceremony, we donated a flag and had a nice ceremony there at the facility. Right. And then for Flag Day, we did a plant a tree flag donation ceremony as well for the veterans at Villa Springfield. And, you know, we're honored to be a part of those events. We planted a tree in honor of veterans. And, you know, Modern Woodmen, we're very environmental friendly. You know, we like to plant trees. You know, they beautify, provide oxygen, you know.
Right.
And we do that to
keep things growing.
Absolutely, you know. And we're very proud to be a part of those things here in the community.
And you also sponsor speech contests and...
Absolutely. We work with Catholic Central. We've done a Modern Woodmen speech contest for several years. The grade school students participate in these events. We use these events to try to help them, you know, develop skills that's going to be essential for them in their lives.
Sure. And the financial planning part of it, just give us a little quick snippet on what that is.
Absolutely. You know, we want our members to be financially secure. And what we mean by that at Modern Woodmen is for them to have money when they need it the most. You know, people just like you and I mean, we have dreams for today and for the future.
Sure.
And what I do is I help people put together plans and implement those plans for financial security so they have the funds for today and for their future hopes and dreams.
Well, that's great. Now, tell us a little bit about some events you have coming up. I know you have a special one in August, right?
Yes, we do have a golf scramble coming up in August. We're co-sponsoring a matching funds program for the South Vienna Police Department. We're having a golf scramble. It's going to be at the Elks Lodge on Villa Road here in Springfield. And if you're interested in participating in the golf scramble, it's $50 per person. If you need more information, contact the South Vienna Police Department, and they'll be able to help you out with that. And we're proud to sponsor them and raise an additional $2,500 in a matching funds project for them.
That's great. So whatever they raise, you guys will match it. Your office will match it.
Up to $2,500.
Yeah.
And we're also proud to announce here in the month of July, we're working with the Children's Memorial, which is located on Section Street at Penn Street behind the Schuler's Bakery. For those people that aren't aware of the Children's Memorial, we invite you to stop out and see the memorial. It was dedicated for 2 young females that were murdered here in Springfield. I'm working with Vern and Angela over there. We're donating mulch, trees, shrubs. We're trying to beautify the memorial over there, you know, and bring some attention to it. And for those that want to help us out, feel free to contact me, you know, so we can continue what we're doing here in the community.
Sure. And then you also have done things with Second Harvest Food Bank. And
absolutely. We did a volunteer project where our members went down to the Second Harvest Food Bank. We actually built the vegetable garden boxes, planted the soil, planted the vegetables, you know, and watched them grow. And then all of those were donated to the area communities. We did a special project with the Children's Rescue Center where we invited out some grade school children. We took them out to Walmart. We gave them a budget and a list of items to purchase. After they went through and purchased the items, we donated all of the items back to the Children's Rescue Center.
Yeah, that's great. And where is the garden located? Tell people if they're not sure, for Second Harvest Food Bank, because it's huge. It's not just a small little planting area, and they use all the food that's grown there.
Right. Their location is over on Columbia Street, and then they have a section set up beside their location where the vegetable gardens are actually built and grown.
And they've harvested, is this the second year, I think, that it's been going on?
I believe so. We worked with them last year, and we've actually done some donation projects to donate to Second Harvest as well.
Well, that's great. And then the matching funds. You have an opportunity if somebody is interested in having a fundraiser or using you to match funds for something in the community, they can also contact you?
The local chapters here in Springfield, we're able to do 2 matching funds programs a year, up to $2,500. So if you have a benefit out there that you need matching funds, and we do a wide variety of activities, anything from a spaghetti dinner or something for baseball teams, youth organizations, civic organizations, you can contact me. We can see what we can put together and match funds for your project as well.
Well, great. Daniel, I really appreciate you being here. It's wonderful stuff you're doing in the community. Keep up the good work. We all need to pitch in everywhere. It is where we live and work, and people like you make it a better place. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, and thank you for an opportunity to be here with you today.
Anytime. Coming up next, I have Mike McNorman from the Springfield Chamber of Commerce. He is the president, and right now we're going to have some better living tips from Randy Jacobs.
Hi, Randy Jacobs here, coming to you from Cupboard Distributing in Urbana, Ohio. And today, we're going to bring you some better living tips, and we're going to tap into your artistic style. I'm here with Chris from Cupboard Distributing. Chris, tell me what we're going to work on here today.
We are going to be creating some designs using stenciling. Very easy to do. Anyone can do it. It's a beautiful technique, very quick and easy to do.
And these are some of the examples of the work that we can do with that?
Yes, and you can tell there's a variety. You don't need to have a lot of different materials to create these.
Fantastic. So let's go ahead and get started. Show me what we're working on here today.
Okay, I am going to create a design like the one that's on this card. Very easy to do. I only have 2 colors of paint and 2 brushes, and actually you only need 1. I'm using 2 so I don't have to clean them out, and a permanent marker. And I can go ahead and get started.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, I'm just going to pick. This is a stencil. It has a lot of different flower designs on it. We're going to go with the little daisy design. And I have my palette with my little bit of paint here. I'm going to load my brush up, but I don't want the paint really heavy, so I'm going to wipe the excess off. I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to tap the paint in there, and you can hear it pounding. Really get it covered well. Because we're working on paper, the paint is going to soak in, and almost immediately after I remove this, it's ready to go. So you don't have to worry about smearing or smudging. We're going to go into the green and do a little bit of a leaf. And there are some leaves on here. You don't have to stick with the design that's right with the flower. I'm going to use this leaf. I just think it's kind of pretty. And we're going to tap that in there. And let's put one on the other side. And just for a little bit of variety, let's go ahead and pop another one in there just to kind of fill that in and make it look a little pretty. Okay. And you can see I'm just moving the stencil around. The paint will not smear because it's on the paper, and it has basically just soaked into the green. There we go. Now we have the hard part finished. I'm going to use my marker, and just very loosely we're going to outline these petals, and you can see how that just makes it pop. And it doesn't have to be exact. That gives it that artsy look if it just outlines the petals. See how that just really brings some life to those leaves? And we're going to go like that. And just that quick, we've created a pretty little design. Just add a little sparkle to the center. Beautiful.
How about that? Well, I'll tell you, it almost actually looks like something that I could have done. I'm not sure, but it looks like something I could have done.
Just pick some scissors up and trim around the corner. You've got a little decorative edge. And you think about the different ways you can use this. Very easy to do and very impressive.
Outstanding. Well, these are better living tips, and we're glad to bring them to you from Cupboard Distributing here in Urbana. Randy Jacobs with RTV 32. We'll be back right after this.
Crossroads Coins is paying immediate cash for old silver dollars, silver coins, and old U.S. money. Cash for anything stamped 10, 14, 18, or 22 karat gold, damaged or not. Top price for any sterling silver items and men's old watches. Also paying cash for 1930s through 60s baseball, football, and basketball cards. Old war souvenirs like helmets, hats, medals, swords, and uniforms. Almost anything military. Call 1-888-416-COIN. Crossroads Coins, 344 East National Road in Vandalia.
Welcome to Phyllis Springfield Health and Rehabilitation Center. We specialize in short-term rehabilitation and long-term care with everything from physical and occupational therapy to speech and pulmonary rehabilitation. Phyllis Springfield also offers outpatient therapy. We truly believe that we are families serving families. With strong ties to the community, Phyllis Springfield supports organizations that support our friends and neighbors. Phyllis Springfield Health and Rehabilitation Center. It's your choice. Come and experience the difference.
Welcome back to Our Town, Our Time. I want to thank everybody who joined us at the 4th of July fireworks at the fairgrounds. It was a fantastic time. It was great to see everybody out there. If you'd like to see the show again, you can go to our Facebook page on RTV 32. I'm joined now by Mike McDormand, who is the President and CEO of the Springfield Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Mike.
Oh, thanks, Michelle. Glad to be on the program.
Well, I'm excited to have you here. Tell everybody a little bit about the Chamber, and then we have a ton of stuff to talk about of what's going on in Springfield and around the area.
Right. Well, the Chamber is about a 115-year organization. It boasts about 800 members, which is the second largest chamber in the Dayton region.
Wow, 800's a lot.
Depending on who you talk to. And,
yeah.
And it not only is a Chamber of Commerce that's trying to meet the needs of businesses in our community in the greater Clark County area, but it's also doing a few other things with the Community Improvement Corporation that does economic development, as well as our Convention and Visitors Bureau that does travel and tourism marketing for the entire community. And we also have a workforce development piece that we do in contract with Clark County. So the Chamber does a lot of different things on behalf of the business community, but also the greater community as well. And I want to talk about that today as well.
Yes, please do. And I think when people think of the Chamber, they just think, oh, I'm a business owner, I'm going to join the Chamber, there's some networking events. But there's so much more to it. The economic development and the businesses that you have brought to the area are huge.
Right. It's not only about bringing new businesses to the community, but it's about retaining and expanding the existing companies that we have.
Right, keeping them here.
And we've worked very hard at that. If you've read the paper recently, Kona Cranes, the deal that was struck with the county today, and we will be in talks with them over the next few days and sizing up a sublease to them to bring what we hope are 40 professional jobs, bringing 50 to 100,000 per job per year to Clark County.
Yeah,
and
that's
so,
wonderful.
Those are the rewarding things that we try to do
Right.
every day. We're also building a brand new industrial park on I-70 at Route 41. It'll be a 250-acre industrial park with rail access, and that'll be an $8 million project. And we started out with $0, and we're almost ready to open up the park. And
Really?
so in 6 years, we've been able to cobble the money together to build this extensive park that we hope will bring 1,000 to 1,500 jobs and will bring huge investment to the community and continuing to grow manufacturing and distribution jobs in our community.
Right, get Springfield back to the manufacturing community that it was.
Absolutely, and we're doing more than that, and we're trying to diversify the job base. You see Code Blue downtown now growing to over 200 people. with hopes of growing to 1,000, and that is in the insurance flood mitigation area.
Right.
And so we're continuing to work on companies like that, work with insurance and banking, work with service-oriented companies, as well as our manufacturing and our distribution, which has been our bread and butter. Navistar, we're seeing now that they're getting their engine woes behind them, they're seeking to grow to now 800 employees and hopes to
and that's great.
Getting back over 1,000 in the coming months. And so as they do that, that continues to stimulate the economy in Springfield, and we continue to move in a better direction.
Right, because there's a lot of little places that feed Navistar and do parts for them and do different things. So if they grow, everybody grows.
Right, and we're seeing that base grow and those companies do well.
And so let's talk about a little bit about the green space and the stuff around downtown that you guys are doing.
Yeah, a couple years ago, actually 5 years ago now, we set out to build a downtown park as a community. The Community Improvement Corporation of the Chamber was asked to build it. It started out as a $2 million project, which went to about a $2.8 million project.
They always go up.
For the community, but we were able to bring the Madonna of the Trail statue, which is a prominent statue signifying our history, our pioneering history here in Springfield, and we brought that to a park that is now called National Road Commons. It's a backbone connector park that now will start to connect some of the new offices, retail, restaurant, and entertainment opportunities we're hoping to bring to downtown Springfield.
Well, and people can enjoy the statue, the Madonna of the Trail. It was over in my end of town, and it was dangerous. I mean, and people would stop to take a picture or to look at it, but you're right on the highway.
It was actually against the law to stop and
that's
look
what
at
I had
the Madonna
heard.
there, and so it was a great opportunity to work with the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Yeah.
Local chapter to move her to a place where she can have a prominent location in downtown.
And a safe area to look at her.
Right, and on the National Road,
right,
which made our town. The common thread that made our town was this National Road, and it will help remake our town. And so she'll play a prominent role in that remaking of Springfield.
Right. Yeah, I think it's wonderful. And if anybody hasn't been down there, you need to go down and take a look at the space and enjoy the area. Downtown's not what it used to be in Springfield.
No, and with the American Bloom contest coming up the third week of July, we're looking to put Westcott urns. So there'll be 7 Westcott urns placed there by Hollandia Botanical Gardens in the next few weeks. And as those urns are put there with cascading flowers coming down around those urns, it will only add to the park and add to downtown as we develop it.
Right, and it'll just draw more people downtown, hopefully, to come look at everything.
Yeah, jobs drive everything we're trying to do as a community.
Right.
And as we build the job base back in downtown around the new hospitals, around the Code Blues, around the other opportunities that are going to come, it's going to be its own unique destination again, and that's what we need.
We do need it, and we need our kids to stay. So we need jobs for them and technical and manufacturing and everything to get them to stay in the area and not go away.
And that's why we've worked so hard to build a vision with the community of where do we go from here. We know our storied past, but somewhere along the way we got behind, and now we're working very hard at building a vision for a more vibrant community to get us ahead of the pack again.
That's right.
And so there's 5 pillar areas that committees are working on. There was 2 committees that met today. Another will meet tomorrow, and they're around the 5 areas of jobs and job readiness. It's basically looking to attract new industry in. It's also looking to help the ones that are here and grow them here, which we've had some great success with. Most recently Kona Cranes. And then working with our parks, which the parks and green spaces that run through our community along Buck Creek are probably our greatest asset that we have as a community. And we've let those assets diminish over time, and now it's time to build a new vision around those assets as we move forward. And so you're going to see a lot of discussion around the whitewater that is already completed in our community. And then,
being used.
And being used, and around the bike trails and additions to the bike trails. And then working with the downtown and Wittenberg closing in on the river and building retail, restaurants, and entertainment type opportunities in downtown for that to happen. And so you're going to see parks and green spaces. You're going to see more around that. You're going to see downtown as a primary focus of everything we do, because as the hub goes, so the community goes.
That's right.
And so there's a lot of effort going into that, and we're in downtown Springfield today. We're going to be working on our gateways and corridors. We have 5 major gateways and corridors that come into this community, and many of them need a lot of work. We're specifically working right now on the southern gateway.
Sure.
And then on the eastern gateway, we're putting up a sign that'll say, "Welcome to Springfield." And so there's a lot of work going into enhancements of those gateways and corridors, and that work will continue to happen. And then one of the most important things to attract families to live in Springfield will be student achievement. And there's a lot of work by that committee going on right now around kindergarten readiness, around graduation rates, around, you know, the Ag Bioscience STEM school that we all talk about. And we had a press conference on today about the importance of building student achievement opportunities in our community that no one else has. The City Schools has an International Baccalaureate program with 22 AP offerings.
Wow.
And no other school within a 3-district area has 22 AP offerings with an International Baccalaureate program. So it's one of a kind in the region, and they're growing that positive perception around that school. And so we have to continue to grow those good news stories that are going to
get the word out so everybody knows.
Grow our image of Springfield.
Well, Mike, I want to thank you. Thanks for all your work. I want to have you back on again because there's so much more we can talk about and all the stuff coming up. So I'll be calling you again. I hope that's all right. Right now, we're going to take a look at this week's weather coming up, and I will be back with Dr. Hanshaw.
Down the road all the way, steamrolling now, baby. Down the road all the way, Inject your soul with some sweet rock and roll. Shows you for the rhythm and bling. I'm the name, cement mixer now.
If you are a scrapbooker, crafter, woodworker, toy maker, or decorative painter, we invite you to discover Covert Distributing. You'll find hundreds of creative painting tutorials, craft supplies, and wood products, in addition to a wide range of power tool accessories. We offer classes on painting, card making, and paper crafting. Shop our huge selection and watch for specials online, on Facebook, and in our store. You'll find something new every week. Covert Distributing. Come discover the exciting world of art that's waiting for you.
Spring is in full bloom. It's time to plan a trip to Capelli's Country Gardens. Open 7 days a week with beautiful annuals, hanging baskets, trees, shrubs, seeds, fertilizer, mulch, potting soil, and rose bushes too. You'll find them all at Capelli's. When you want the finest in planting and gardening products, you want Capelli's Country Gardens. Just a short drive from anywhere on McGuffy Lane in Springfield. Capelli's Country Gardens. They grow memories.
Welcome back to Our Town, Our Time on RTV 32. I'm joined now by Dr. Aaron Hanshaw. He is a family practice physician in Centerville. Tell us a little bit about your practice.
Thanks for having me. My practice is on Kings Ridge Drive, right by the Dayton Mall. I've been there for about 3 years now.
Great. And you're a family physician, so you'll see anybody from the babies on up, right?
That's right. That's right.
That's great. Now, the main reason you're here is you have another business called LocalDocs.com. Right.
LocalDocs.com is a business that I co-founded. It's a web marketing business specifically for healthcare, healthcare industries. Physicians, chiropractors, dentists, and those sorts. What we're trying to do with it is promote active blogging and information on the internet by healthcare providers in our area, in our towns and that sort of thing, so that patients can get information that's correct and also from their providers.
Right, which that's really interesting to me because you have the WebMD and all those, and we were talking about it before. Sometimes they give you way too much information, and you have yourself, you know, dying within the next hour because whatever you put in there. So it would be nice so they could go on there and talk to local physicians in the area, somebody they've heard of or somebody they know, and ask what they need to ask, right?
Right. Physicians and healthcare in general have done a decent job of marketing online. What they haven't done is ventured into that arena of educating patients, getting correct information online, and even communicating with patients, whether it's social media, Facebook, Twitter, that sort of thing. What we found is that doctors in general are kind of afraid to do that. So what we offer are consulting services from us that will teach them how to communicate with patients. First of all, to get correct information online, but also to help keep them out of trouble, because that's what they worry about.
Well, sure, it's a litigious society we live in. Everybody's suing everybody for everything, so.
Right. For example, if a mother has a child with a fever, middle of the night, instead of getting on WebMD or one of those nationally, you know, put together websites, instead of that, you know, they should get information from their doctor or from a doctor in their community that maybe they're going to take the child to the next day. So for example, if I write a blog or a posting about these are the things to look for in your child, to call me in the middle of the night or to go to the ER, here are the signs that you actually need to take that child in.
Because everybody wonders, especially new parents, and it's the middle of the night, it's scary.
Right.
So it would be it's a great resource. And then you also help from the physician end of it, right? With different websites and things?
Yes, we build websites, we help them market, we help them reach out and find new patients and communicate with their existing patients. We found that probably half of the physicians and healthcare providers that we talk to are looking for new patients. Right. And then the other half claim that they have too many patients as it is. So what we offer them are ways to better streamline their practice. For example, of the child with a fever, you could also have, you know, when to call my office with a cold. You know, when is a cold more than a cold? If you write a blog or a Facebook posting about that kind of thing, then your patients know when it is a good time to call and be seen versus giving it a day or two.
Right, because a day or two could make a difference in a young child.
Correct.
I would think. And then as far as the blogs and the different things, it would be available like specific to the practice, right?
Right. Localdocs.com is a housing site for profiles. Okay. Any physician, any chiropractor, dentist, any healthcare provider can get on there and actually sign up for a free profile. Okay. Fill out their information and use it as their own website. They can actually blog on there for free. There's no cost to it. If they want to market a little further, if they want to communicate with their patients more one-on-one, then they would need our services to help them do that, whether it's building a blog, building a website for them, or coaching them and consulting them on how to use the website that they have correctly. And social media is huge too. The Twitter, the Facebook, even YouTube now with all the videos you can post. You know, you can have your health minute. You can
post anything.
That's right. That's right. So we're trying to take the fear out of it. I've done lectures at the Indiana and the Mississippi Osteopathic Association yearly conference to try to educate physicians. I'm getting ready to give lectures at different healthcare community organizations as well, trying to get the word out, trying to let them know that it's okay to do this, and that you can do it, and it's
right. And I would think your younger physicians are all about it. Right. The older ones like me, who have no idea what they're doing, might be a little more leery, right?
Sure. The older ones are a little scared about first of all, getting more patients than they want.
Right.
Getting, messages from the patients that they don't know how to respond to.
Sure.
Keeping out of trouble. Younger doctors are a little more open to do this. That's right. And then there's always been the ones that are looking for new patients, as far as chiropractors are good about doing this. Plastic surgeons, dermatology, those higher end type of providers. But the family doctors, the pediatricians, the ones that I feel need to get the information out there to their patients.
To the families.
Those are the ones that we're trying to reach.
Well, great. Well, I really appreciate you being here, Dr. Hanshaw.
Thank you.
Good luck with your practice. Good luck with localdocs.com. And keep me updated on how it's going.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Right now, we're going to see scenes from McGuffy Lane from the Summer Arts Festival here in Springfield.